Early in the morning.
What's going on, the people? They miss your boy Cam, Topical Juice, and I'm currently at work. You know me, anytime, any place, any day. I want to get the content out for y'all. I want to cut straight to the chase. This video is about Cristiano Ronaldo's allegations that they've been dismissed, but we'll get into all that. I dropped a video yesterday about Mason Greenwood, and I mentioned Ronaldo. Now, a lot of people didn't really know Ronaldo's history and his history of allegations against him of Also, some people had the cheek, to say to me, don't bring Ronaldo into this. He got found not guilty, and this and this, and blah blah blah, and all this stuff, right? Cool. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna get into this. That's why I've titled this "The Truth About Ronaldo." First things first, I was wrong. I made a comment about him being banned from the United States because of the allegations. I was wrong. For a period of time in 2019, when the allegations were brought against him, he was not allowed in the United States, and Juventus even feared, they even feared that if Ronaldo goes on their American tour, he will get detained. As you can see on your screens, it says Ronaldo and Juventus will avoid US amid rape investigation. Organisers of a high-profile summer tournament for world soccer's biggest club teams have decided to keep Juventus and its star Cristiano Ronaldo away from the States this year, eliminating the risk of the Portuguese stars being detained by the authorities as part of the rape investigation in Las Vegas. So I didn't make that up, right? I was wrong. He's not banned because the case got dismissed from a judge, which I'm going to get into. So I've got no problem admitting I was wrong. He's not banned from the United States now. But for a period when I first read it a couple of years ago, he was basically, while he was being investigated, there was a risk of him getting arrested. But I take that back. That was wrong information. However, I want you lot to make up your own mind by the end of this video about what you think of Ronaldo. I'm a very logical person, you lot. I'm not biased. I don't give a shit if a man can entertain me for 90 minutes on a green football pitch and do a couple of kick-ups and tricks with a ball. That doesn't mean shit to me. I don't care, fam. I literally don't care. I go with the logic and I go with the evidence. For me, in my mind, Ronaldo in 2009 raped someone. That's what I believe. I believe, that if we were a fly on the wall in 2009, a fly in the wall in that room with Ronaldo and his accuser, I believe he did it. So, let's get into this video, alright? If you've clicked, I appreciate if you watch all the way until the end, because I don't want you to just be sitting here saying, oh, you're just chatting shit, no evidence, fam. Bro, if that's all you're coming with, then get out of it. If the only thing you're coming with is, it got dismissed, then get out of here. You're not intellectually capable enough of peeling back layers and deeping things in a different way. So let's get into this video, alright? Like the video for me, press the subscribe button for me, hit the bell to be notified for me, and if you want to support your boy's merchandise, it's in the description below. So let's get into this video. The first thing I want to draw your attention to, is this idea that just because the case got dismissed, or whatever, through lack of evidence or whatever the judge said, that doesn't mean shit all about a person's guilt. And the reason why it means shit all is because if you know anything about rape allegations and things like that, and you know about the statistics around it, most people, who get charged with don't get convicted. It's a problem in society, always has been in the UK, in the US. Not only that, there are loads and loads and loads of people who have been raped who don't even go to the police. One, they've got no faith in the justice system, and two, they're scared. So the first thing I want to draw your attention to is this. As you can see on your screens right now, it says fewer than 1 in 60 rape cases lead to charge in England and Wales. Fewer than 1 in 60 rape cases recorded by the police last year resulted in a suspect being charged, analysis of Home Office figures seen by The Guardian reveals. While there were 52,210 rapes recorded by the police in England and Wales in 2020, only 843 resulted in a charge or a summons, a rate of 1.6%. Similarly, if you look on your screens right now, approximately 85,000 women and 12,000 men experience attempted or assault by penetration in England and Wales alone every year. That's roughly 11 of the most serious sexual offences every hour. And if you look underneath that, it says only around 15% of those who experience sexual violence report to the police. That's just England and Wales. Now, if we want to bring up American stats, because Cristiano Ronaldo allegedly raped this woman in America, have a look at your screens right now. Every 68 seconds, another American is sexually assaulted. 1 out of 6 American women has been a victim of an attempted or completed in her lifetime. The vast majority of perpetrators will not go to jail or prison. This is in America. Out of every 1,000 sexual assaults, 975 perpetrators will walk free. Okay, so I want to set the scene for you here. So if you think, yeah, that Ronaldo is innocent just because he got found innocent in the court of law, this video ain't for you. You're not prepared to listen to evidence and listen to logic. You're only blinded by bias and a corrupt system. Okay, I want to set the scene for you. So now that we're in agreement, right, that most people, most women in their lives will experience some sort of sexual assault, and most perpetrators will get away with it. Let's actually get to how Ronaldo ties into all of this, all right? So an article, right, written on 442.com has given a breakdown of the Cristiano Ronaldo situation. Now, this was written in September 2021, a couple years after, this allegation came to head and things like that. And this article has broken it down. Every article I'm referencing is going to be in the description below. You can find it in the description. You can do your own research, all right? As you can see on your screens, it says, what happened to Cristiano Ronaldo's R case? Here's what you should know. The criminal charge arising from 2009 sex allegations against the Manchester United and Portugal forward has been dropped, but a civil case looking to overturn the $375,000 settlement is still going on. Cristiano Ronaldo's move to Manchester United has brought back attention to allegations of R against the Portuguese forward from 2009. Why was Cristiano Ronaldo accused? On Friday, June 12, 2009, Cristiano Ronaldo met Catherine Mayorga in a nightclub of Palms Casino Resort in Las Vegas. They went back to Ronaldo's penthouse in Hotel Palms Place, and it is there that Mayorga claims that Ronaldo R'd her. Ronaldo says they had consensual sex. How did the story come out? In 2017, German newspaper Der Spiegel revealed both the allegation of R against Ronaldo by Mayorga, then anonymous, as well as the existence of an out-of-court settlement between the two parties. The non-disclosure agreement dating back to January 2010 was a payment of $375,000 to Mayorga, providing she did not go public with the allegation. This report came as part of Der Spiegel's work with football leagues, which since 2015 has revealed thousands of documents related to football detailing previously secret deals, transactions, many of which relate to reducing tax payments from players and agents. Before I carry on with the story, right, and the narrative, let's talk about the football leagues who work with Der Spiegel or whatever it's called, right? These bunch of hackers and leakers or whatever who work with a media company who are very involved in investigatory stories, blah, blah, blah. They are the ones that exposed the Neymar deal. They're the ones that exposed the Messi contract. They're the ones that exposed the Bale contract. And they're also the ones that said in 2018 that a Super League would be created. All four of those things came to light. Let me draw your attention to this ESPN article from 2018. It says no smoking gun in latest football leagues controversy. This is 2018. It says on Friday, a consortium of media organizations led by the German magazine released a number of stories based on another installment of the so-called football leagues data. This batch includes details of a plan by 7 of Europe's biggest clubs, Manchester United, Madrid, Arsenal, Barcelona, Juve, blah, 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 to break away from UEFA and FIFA and set up an independent Super League. The reason I bring your attention to that is because that is proof, right, that they are credible. Now, you can check this ESPN article. This ESPN article actually starts to doubt the credibility of it. It says, it leaked Ronaldo stuff, but it's probably not credible. What's the likelihood of a Super League happening? Whoa, fast forward 2 years and a Super League was about to happen, was it not? The reason I talk about that is because this media company and the leaks, they're credible. They've got everything they've leaked pretty much correct. So why am I now going to doubt the Ronaldo allegations? Do you understand? So it's all very important to paint the picture here. Do you understand? Let's get back to the narrative at hand. As you can see on the screens, it says Ronaldo's representatives initially claimed that the story was journalistic fiction based on documents which are unsigned and where the parties are not identified. The paper later published the signed documents as well as leaked text messages between Ronaldo and his lawyer. So who's Catherine Mayorga? Mayorga decided to go public with her identity in 2018, saying she had been inspired by the Me Too movement. She initially reported a rape to Las Vegas Police Department on June 13th, 2009, the day after she met Ronaldo in the nightclub and the alleged incident took place. She was visited by police and underwent an examination in hospital that noted swelling, bruising, and laceration on her body. She received antibiotics. However, she did not disclose Ronaldo's identity to the police at the time, and they closed the criminal case. It was not reopened in 2018. So, let's talk about that. It's very important, yeah, that for the narrative and why I believe her, that she actually reported this in 2009. No, she did not say that Ronaldo raped her in 2018, 9 years after it happened, after being inspired by the Me Too movement. No, that she actually went to the police the day after. That would suggest she believes it happened. Do you understand? It's not like she just, all these people, the Me Too movement, let me remember something that happened 9 years ago and try and get my coins, yeah? She categorically went to the police after it happened, the day after it happened. That is key. That is key information here. Do you understand? Because she felt at the time that she was wronged, she was raped, right? And then having been inspired by the Me Too movement, she then found added motivation to want to revisit this and bring this back up, okay? This is important. Now look at your screens. It says, what has Ronaldo previously said about the allegations? Ronaldo has always denied the allegations, arguing that the two had consensual sex. When Der Spiegel first reported the story in 2017, his lawyer responded to journalists with a statement saying, we categorically reject the accusations raised in your questions. Back in 2009, Mayorga opened an initial civil case against Ronaldo, resulting in a 2010 payment of $375,000 and an NDA agreement. Documents revealed by Football Leaks claim that in 2009, a questionnaire was submitted by Ronaldo's own legal representatives to the player, asking him to detail the events of the night in question. Several versions of the questionnaire, also leaked, exist. In an early version, it appears that Ronaldo, who is named only as X in a document, explains she said no and stop several times. Further to that, it states, but she kept saying no, don't do it. I'm not like the others. I apologized afterwards. It details that I entered her from behind. It was rude. We didn't change position 5 to 7 minutes later. She said that she didn't want to, but she made herself available. And also recollects that she didn't complain about it being brutal. She complained that I forced her. She didn't say anything about wanting to go to the police. In 2018, Ronaldo's lawyers claim this document was completely fabricated. Guys, do I need to go into detail there? Do I need to analyze that? In these leaked documents, there's quotes from Ronaldo allegedly saying she did say no and this and this, admitting certain things, okay? This idea of consent, it's very, very important. No literally means no. But what did I tell you earlier about fear and things like that? When someone's in a position of power like Ronaldo, and a position of influence, it's easy, to give in. You can say no, but you can still open your legs at the end of it because you're feeling pressured. It's a power structure. You have to be smart to understand this. If you've got built-in misogyny and built-in sexism into your brain, you're not going to understand it. The power structure is very key here. Say, for example, a female teacher. If a female teacher has sex with her student, which has happened millions of times in the US, that is the same thing. It's you using your position of power, influence to essentially coerce someone who's beneath you. Does it make sense? It works both ways, men to women, women to men. Those leaked documents suggest that Ronaldo, and the leaked text message between his lawyer, has said these things about she said no. Do you understand? So I don't know how you lot have sex, or you lot that don't like to believe victims. I don't know how you lot don't have sex. When someone says no, that's it. It's done. Simple. Now it says here, is a criminal case against him ongoing? No. Having reopened it in 2018, in 2019, the relevant US authorities announced that they had decided not to press ahead with the prosecution against Ronaldo. A statement from Las Vegas prosecutors said, based upon a review of information at this time, the allegations of SA against Ronaldo cannot be proven beyond reasonable doubt. However, a new civil case against Ronaldo is ongoing to this day. Mayorga filed a suit to the state court in 2018, which was moved to federal court in 2019. No date has been set in court yet, and the case balances on the claim that Mayorga was not in a fit mental state to sign the NDA agreement in 2010. Reports suggest that the claims in this new lawsuit amount to more than 56 million. 2 points I want to make here. If someone, has done nothing wrong, why are they offering someone $375,000 and making them sign an NDA not to go public with these things? Why? Bearing in mind, when she went to the police, after she went to the police, she then reported the civil case. So deep it. That proves, yeah, she's not just making it up after the Me Too movement. She went to the police and she filed a civil case. It was only after that did Ronaldo say, you know what? If you keep this silent and sign this agreement, I'll give you $375,000. If I knew in my heart of hearts that I had consensual sex with a woman, she ain't getting a penny from me. She ain't getting a penny from me. I'll take it to court or whatever. You take me to court, I'll take it to court. Why do you pay someone if you did nothing wrong? That's my opinion. Now, you can argue that she might want more money. You know, she's now opened a new case years and years later, now claiming up to 56 million. Yeah? Now, I know a lot of you might be like, oh, clearly she just wants more money. Fuck it. If she's actually been raped by him, she deserves to be compensated for that. I don't care if she's asking for 56 million. I'm looking at the minute, finite details of this. The day after it happened, she went to the police and filed a civil case. And then she agreed to sign. She agreed to the contract, to the NDA. Now they're arguing that she wasn't in a fit mental state to sign that. I don't know. I choose to believe victims. I choose to look at the logic. So I'm going to stand by her. But I don't know what her mental state was like. I don't know. So if they felt the pressure from Ronaldo to sign something, then she would have crumbled. What have I told you about the power struggle? The power structure of these things is very important. And as you can see at the end, it says, was Ronaldo found guilty or innocent? As no criminal case has ever come to conclusion, he has never been found either guilty or acquitted of any allegations, right? So you lot saying that he's not guilty, this, that, no evidence, you're lying. You're literally blinded by a corrupt system and blinded by your bias for your favourite football player. A man that can kick a ball, do 100 kick-ups and bicycle kick and all that stuff. I don't give a shit. He's one of the greatest players of all time. I don't give a shit. It's as simple as that. I don't care. Now, I'm not the only one that thinks like this. As you can see on your screen, very, very famous and decorated football player, Alex Morgan, the female football star, says there's too much evidence to cover up the rape allegation against Ronaldo. She says, I don't anticipate approaching Ronaldo any differently than I would approach anyone else who I'd meet. However, she added, I do think that a lot of times in today's climate, women have spoken up and it's important to support these women. And I think a lot of people right now are questioning who is right or wrong. She said of the Ronaldo story, I think there's too much evidence to cover up. And I think at the end of the day, money helps put stories down. Noting that the lack of charges meant that he can and does continue playing. What he does as a job and him entertaining people on the field has nothing to do with who he might be as a person or the actions that he may have taken. So guys, let's conclude here, right? I'm a man that looks at evidence. Evidence number one, right? The victim. I believe victims, right? Yes, victims lie, but the stats don't prove that. Literally, the stats actually prove that for one woman that lies or for one person that lies, there's thousands and thousands that not only do they lie, the people that did it don't get convicted, and there's thousands that don't even go to the police. So if you guys, you men and women out there, if you choose to focus your whole narrative on certain people that lie, you're dumb. You're literally dumb. Because you should be choosing to focus on the thousands and thousands that do not even speak up. Yeah? If you can't see that, get off this video. In fact, if you made it this far, respect. But if you made it this far and you still see that, don't see it, get off this fucking video. I don't even want you on my channel. I don't want you subscribed here. Do you understand? Because that's it's simple as that. A lot of people like to use stats when it works in their favor, but how about those stats? So that's the first point, right? The first point. The second point, right? She went to the police the next day. That's valid. It's not like she got inspired by the Me Too movement and wanted to cash out and wanted to get a little cash, and wanted to get a payout from her trauma. No, she felt a type of way before that. Not only did she go to the police, she raised a civil case. Evidence number 3, bruises, lacerations, and the rest. So her body, there's actual body evidence. Not only that, there was, in fact, I don't think I even mentioned it in this video, there was DNA evidence. If you can even Google it. In fact, I'll leave a link in the description. There was Ronaldo's DNA factually was found. So we know that they had intercourse. The idea was it consensual or not. There's DNA evidence here, so we know it happened. More evidence. In the leaked text, she said, no, I'm not like the others, this, that, and the other. What does that demonstrate consent? More evidence. Why, if you're not guilty, would you pay someone not to take the allegations further? Why would you pay someone nearly $500,000 to stay silent and sign an NDA? If you ain't got nothing to hide, I'm sorry, you ain't got to pay no one off. No, you ain't got to pay no one off. So, if the only evidence you've got that Ronaldo is innocent is that it got chucked out, you're not built for this. You're not smart enough. Ronaldo is a multi-millionaire, probably a billionaire by now. How many other people get found not guilty? Jeff Epstein, famous billionaire. When he got, you lot must have seen the Jeff Epstein documentary. What happened when he allegedly was meant to go jail? He was allowed to fly untold times. He was allowed to visit his lawyer unlimited amount of times. He was allowed to be on house arrest. He got convicted of soliciting prostitution from a minor. He was found guilty and still got away with it. Do you understand? So if your only evidence here is blind faith in a football player that you love so much and the fact that it got dismissed, get out of here. Get out of here. I look at the logic and I look at the facts. Look at the credibility of the magazine. Let's look at the credibility of the magazine people that leaked the documents. They were right about the Super League 2 years before it leaked, before it happened. They were right about the Neymar contract that has gotten people in trouble legally or whatever. That's being got investigated. All of it. They were right about all of it. So you can't really question the credibility of the source either. So I'm going to leave you with this. I believe Ronaldo is an unconvicted rapist. That's how I feel about it. If you feel any different, I beg you try and actually pinpoint, actually pick apart what I've said today. Pick apart. Some of you will say, look at her, she's trying to get 56 million from her, she's trying to get 56 million. So be it. So be it. If she was inspired by the Me Too movement nearly a decade later and she believes that she was wrongly silenced and she wants more compensation, so be it. If that happened to me, I would have done the same thing. Simple as. What, you're just going to carry that trauma with you and let that person, when you actually watch that person play football every single day and you see him, how's that going to affect your mental health? That's my thoughts on it. Let me know your thoughts. And if you're going to come challenging me in the comments, you better come with something better than what I've just debunked and exposed. Because if you ain't got IQ, you can't compete with me, boy. It's one of them ones. So it is what it is. Like the video for me. Let me know your thoughts and actually have an open mind, innit? If you still love Ronaldo after all this, so be it. Whatever. It's not my concern, is it? But that's my thoughts and that's my feelings. Let me know what you think in the description, in the comments below. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you lot in the next video. Peace.